Read that again.
Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant.
A new covenant.
With the house of Israel.
With the house of Israel.
And with the house of Judah.
And the house of Judah. Read on.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the days when I took them by the hands to lead them out of the land of Egypt.
Hold on now. Now we all know what covenant that was. That took them and led them out of the land of Egypt in the wilderness and was with them. God dealt with them. And the covenant was, according to the book of Deuteronomy 9 and 15. That was the covenant. What was the covenant? The table of stones. Moses had the covenant in his hand. We know what the covenant is. The covenant is the tables and stones. Bible says a new covenant. A new covenant. We have a new one now. Well, our new covenant is with Jesus. The Spirit. Not the law. You follow me?
Amen.
It's the same way. If I write you a letter, explain something to you. I'm going to show you what God did. Say I write you a letter that describes something, right? And I send you a letter. And you got to obey it. It'll be hard, won't it? But if I come there, which one you want? You want that letter? Or you want me in person? Why? Because I can get into the details of it. You follow? When I write a letter, that's in stone. That's it. There's no elaboration. There's no extra details. That's hard. All right, look at this. You in love, right? And your loved one is in Brazil. And they send you a love letter. Which one you rather have? You rather have that love letter? Or you rather have the loved one? Good God. Which one you rather have?
Amen.
Which one you rather have? You know which one you rather have. You rather have the loved one.
Amen.
Am I right? Amen. Because you read that letter, you may get a misunderstanding. They leaving me? And not only that, when the loved one is in person, if they mad, you can hold them. Look, don't be that way, baby. Let's work this out. Am I right? Amen. Am I right, though? Amen. Am I right? Amen. You see the difference in the law that God gave Moses with the finger, then the Spirit itself? My God, when you write letters to people, that's why long relationships don't hardly work. Because letters sometimes give a lot of miscommunication. Amen. Am I right? Amen. I tell you, bro, you have a long relationship. That's a hard one. It was hard for the people of Israel. That's a long relation. Some stones. Here our God, and we got to go by these stones. That's a hard relationship, God. That was a hard relationship for them. With their God on stones. Am I right? Amen. They got a misunderstanding of it. They did the best they could. What? With the stones. If all you got is a letter, you got to do the best you can with the letter. Amen. But when the man comes that wrote the letter, which one have more right? The one that wrote it or the letter? The one that wrote it. That's why he can go into details. See, you didn't understand that letter exactly what I was saying here. Let me break it down to you, see. When I said keep the Sabbath day, I wasn't talking about no natural day. Because, see, I'm a spirit. See, it's every day with me. Amen. You follow what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is when I said keep the Sabbath and remember it holy, the Sabbath day is the Spirit. Amen. Keep the Spirit. Amen. Keep it. See, you couldn't keep it then. Didn't even have it to keep it. You follow what I'm saying? Because who's the law of the Spirit? Christ. They waited. All they had was a shadow. They did the best they could with the shadow. Right? Amen. But we have the very thing now, the very essence. Read.
Now, according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the days when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant.
That's right. They would not continue in God's covenant. Read.
And I regarded them not,
See?
saith the Lord.
I regarded them not. Ain't that something? That's rough. God didn't regard them. Read on.
For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel.
This is the covenant I will make with the house of Israel.
After those days, saith the Lord.
After those days, saith the Lord.
I will put my law into their mind.
On the stones.
I will put my laws into their mind.
I will write them on stones.
I will put my laws into their mind. And write them in their hearts.
Whoo. Amen. Ain't that where you wanted at? That's mouth to mouth there. Ain't that mouth to mouth? That's what, you know what I mean? Heart to heart, you know. You know what I mean? So let's have a heart to heart talk. You ever heard of that phrase? Your mouth is your heart, you know. You might not believe it. That's where your heart really is. That's where stuff come from where? The mouth. Where the true mouth is, your heart. That's the opening of you. Your heart. Right? So let's have a heart to heart talk. That's what the Lord is talking about. Heart to heart. Spirit to spirit. Not spirit to stone to spirit. No. Spirit to stone to flesh to spirit. Nah, that's too much. Spirit to stone to flesh. You see all that that's too much in there. God cut all that out. Right. We're going heart to heart here. Amen. You ain't got no one to go teach you no more. We're going heart to heart. Man, you sit there, we go heart to heart. You want to talk to me now? We're heart to heart. You don't have to go up to no man. You follow me? Amen. You ain't got to go see the priest. Am I right? You ain't got to go get the table of stones to be read before you every Sabbath. You don't have to do that. The law is with you now. Amen. See, people think this here is the law of God. This ain't the law of God. This is just a testimony. The law of God is spirit. Where you say I'm going to write them in a book? Or where? See, we're going to write the law at.
I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts.
Write them in a book.
And write them in their hearts.
Write them in a book.
And write them in their hearts.
See, that's the problem with people. They ain't got it in the right place. They think this is it. All this is a testimony. The true law is spirit. And God write them in our heart. If you ain't got it there, you ain't got nothing. Amen. People talk this and think they got something. They want to debate, and all they got is this. You better have it in your heart.
Amen.
Read.
And I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people.
What? That's something there. See, you can't even be God ain't your God. He ain't your God. Stones is your God. Stones are your God. You're going to try to say the law. You know, what happened was this. God gave Moses, we had one law about God. And then Moses had the law. That's a lie. How you know about thou shalt not steal? By Moses. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Who you get that by? Moses. And God and Moses got it from stones. Am I right? Amen. He didn't get it from, Moses' spirit, from God's spirit to Moses' spirit, no. It went from God to stones. Am I right? Amen. And when Moses gave it, he read it according to what? Stones. Moses did not read the law according to the spirit. He read it according to stones. Amen. He could not read it according to the spirit because God had not yet wrote it in Moses' spirit. Amen. He wrote it on stones. Only way Moses could have ministered according to the spirit, God had to write it on the spirit.